line 35 in the spreadsheet?
Yeah.
Okay. Great, that's helpful.
And then of the corals, we got the lily pathies. I think the antipathies would be really cool, but we might be too deep for it. Definitely anything along the lines of it's the hard coral.
So we seem to be firmly in soft sediment now.
Yeah,
we
expected that.
Do you want to go all the way out to 1D?
Hold on a second, I'm looking for...
Okay.
I only have one computer kind of functioning right now.
Okay. No, I was just wondering if you wanted to go all the way out to 1D, or if you just wanted to get to where we're in like soft and then turn around and tack back towards the other way.
I need to look at high pack.
Okay.
Yeah, we are about 128 meters away from 1D.
Okay.
Do we need any more soft transects?
Yeah, we can do another soft transect if you want. But again, we're kind of still going down slope. You see how dark the top third of the screen is?
And we've got a skate to the right.
Yeah. Lophelia, that's the one. I don't know why. But yes, Lophelia. I know it's been found south of here and north of here. So I keep looking for it. I don't think it's been found at Cordell either.
This is another rough-tail skate. And I don't see any claspers, so female.
Do you want to look at it?
Oh, no, that's
fine. We want to keep moving.
Yep.
You want to zoom in there, Al?
So, Jen, I'm going to take a look at high pack here. And
okay.
Nav, what do we have as the background on high pack right now?
Okay, zoom out.
Right now we have bathy, contours, just bathy and contours.
Okay, can we get backscatter in the background?
Sure can.
Contours. Okay.
Sorry, and backscatter and
just backscatter with contours.
With contours, copy that.
Okay, I gotta take my earphones out. And let's see, what's our depth right now?
1157 meters.
Okay.
I'm gonna zoom in now. Just an anemone. Oh, what's
Is
it
that a
on?
fish?
Oh yeah, what's it on?
You got more zoom?
Okay.
Ironstone? Must be a China? Purple?
Yeah. Yeah, broken ceramic of some type.
Looks a bit vintage.
It must have been there a long time for this to grow on it, huh?
It looks old-fashioned-y, huh?
Wow, iron steel, iron something. Huh. I don't think it's pottery. The dishes.
Kind of a weird shape, or not a, certainly not a plate, right?
No.
Okay, zoom out.
I know I'm not the only one who says or is thinking, boy, I'd like to recover that just to see what it is.
Yeah,
Well, now it's part of the environment.
we're not doing archaeology though.
Not today.
Yeah, we don't have a permit to collect cultural artifacts. They are protected by the sanctuaries.
Bridge nav.
So let's see.
Bob,
So-
I'm going to push in just a wee bit to get that piece of Mongo
Yep.
out of it.
Yeah. You can feel free to do that
All
when
right,
you
thanks.
need to.
So at what point does a cultural artifact become part of the ecosystem?
Or trash even. Debris.
I think it has to have it certain how long. I think it's like 40 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm not positive though. Maybe Bob Schwimmer, if he's on, can enlighten us. So Sam, we have the backscatter on the background now.
That's correct.
Is that right? Okay. Doesn't have a lot of contrast to it.
So I did some searching of
So-
ironstone, and I've definitely seen some pottery coming up with different varieties of crowns in the logos.
Oh, nice. So Guy, can you see high pack? What's your suggestion? Should we go all the way to 1D or turn around and start going up that that contour that's close to us right now? Towards kind of like that hard target. And Jen, if you could read anything that Guy says to me, because I can't
Yep.
see science chat when I'm looking at backscatter.
Okay, you got it. Nothing yet, but he is in the room, so hopefully we'll hear from him soon.
Okay, yeah. So 1D is kind of at a hard substrate, but right behind us is kind of a tricky contour. And just to the east of us is a harder substrate. Do you guys see anything on radar, sonar?
Nothing coming
So
up.
There's
Yeah,
another
and Guy says,
anthoptylum on the screen, but I don't
know if this one classifies as a rock pen since it's pretty soft in this area.
Yeah.
Looks
Gary's
pretty
not in the
soft.
room currently. So Gian, Guy said, I don't have much faith in the backscatter. I'd go to 1E.
Good enough.
And that was breaking up. Was that 1D as in dog or 1E as in egg?
Echo. 1E, echo.
Echo. Okay, let's go to echo.
Oh, okay. We'll make that change.
Hey, Bob. I'm
Good
seeing
enough.
that Argus issue came back.
It came back?
Yep, I just saw it twice. I just saw it again.
Which Argus issue?
Yeah, there's a little breakup in the video. Just watch right now. It just happened again. And again.
Did
Oh,
it
it's
come?
more frequent now. I just saw it
Could
3
you
times.
check the light levels on the focal?
Power?
Yeah, the RX power
Minus
on both
10.
sides. It's on both sides, but yeah, that's normal. So the optical power is okay. Good.
Pilots, we're heading to a new waypoint, 130.
130i.
What was the heading?
130.
Start coming around.
Yeah. You want to zoom in quick there, Al?
So I got an eel pout.
I'm going to zoom out just enough for the...
Want to take? Can we turn the lasers off for a moment?
Lasers off.
Coming out a little more.
Lasers off, Paul.
Alright, yep. Alright, good captures.
Great,
And
thanks.
he's off.
Yep. Oh.
Hey.
All right.
Zoom out.
And then let's get the, we'll try, let's remember to put the lasers back on.
Lasers
Okay.
engage.
Yeah, lasers back on.
And see, there's another one, but that looks soft also. As far as the curved over C-pen.
Looks like a larger flatfish up there. Wonder if that's a halibut.
Can we just try and look at that real quick?
Zoom on the flatfish. We got a chance.
Okay, zoom in now.
I don't think so. I think it's just a regular sole.
Going in a little
Yeah, the
more.
eyes are sticking up too much for that to be a halibut, I think.
One of the eyes looks not
Ah,
so
Well,
great.
it's moving.
Yeah, that doesn't look healthy.
Well, some of these flatfish do have quite bulbous eyes. Let's see, it's a right-eyed flatfish.
Speaking
Silver
of
sole,
eyes,
Tom Leidig says. Ooh, nice. Grenadier didn't want to get left out of the glamour shots.
That max zoom out.
there it is. This is
Yeah,
the
I
Marty
think
Feldman fish.
one of those eyes is pretty damaged, but the other one looks...
Yeah. It's a tough life out here. Turn around.
Caitlin and Tom, is that eye normal?
Wow, he's totally missing that one eye.
Oh,
So that's the eye that didn't migrate also.
it's working.
Giving us the full tour here.
You got. So everyone, we're having it sounds like a throwdown on the science chat between Tom Ladig and Caitlin Graff. They're doing fish IDs and who can do it fast enough. I love it. Oh, Tom has
Who can
called
type it
this a
fast enough,
cyclops
yeah.
soul. Tom says this is a cyclops soul. It's very rare.
Okay, zoom out now. We gotta get going again.
All right, this is great.
So a cyclops
That's
soul
the first
is real?
cyclops soul I've ever seen. Huh?
They're real? Oh, he's
No.
being silly. Okay.
But
No, I think
it's a
he's
Dover. It's a Dover getting its Halloween costume ready.
What was the heading again?
130.
130.
I guess a fish ID was pretty appropriate there.
Oh my gosh, here we go. The fish
I like
puns.
it. Usually the puns only come out in the middle of the night, but I can handle fish puns any time of day.
Perfect. We're all in the right spot. Bob looks a little pained, but
This is the joy being on the shore side is I can't see the pain, so I'm just going to keep going with
it's
it.
true.
Should I just set my heading to 130 and you'll come around underneath?
Yeah, I'll zip over there. Zipping.
Got a little something. A little.
Something.
A slight knoll, perhaps, since we can see the backside of it.
Hey, Jen, do you think this is a good spot for a transect?
So have we
Looks like-
completed the ship move and direction and everything to start heading to 1E?
That's correct. We've gone about
You zoom in now?
50 meters in the direction of 1E.
So, okay. Yeah, it looks like we might be heading into mix, so that might be great.
Yeah.
Look at that little pink coral to the upper or to the right side, going out of
Yep.
view.
Now
You
bottom
see
right,
that? Yeah.
almost for the lasers. Oh,
Ugh. Dang it.
there it is.
That one looks like a small bubble gum.
You zoom in on it?
Very knobby.
Mm-hmm.
Little basket star there.
Yeah, a tiny one.
All right.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I just read a text from Justin about the can, and
out
he
now?
pulled up an orange crush and said a good candidate with canned with can the word can in
Oh,
quotes.
no.
So we're not limited to fish puns.
Perfect.
What's
Do we want to
Ooh,
continue?
Let's take a look at
Okay,
that
zoom in again
coral
now?
here.
We'll stop there.
that's what I was just going to ask. Okay.
Did you want to stop and look at this?
Jen, is Tom saying it's a lily pappy or Caitlin? Gary's not on.
Okay, that is the
moment.
lovely black coral Meredith just said. And Caitlin said, I think I saw a tall black coral to the left before the zoom. So, yeah, it looks like a lily pathies.
Do we want to stop for a sample?
Okay, we already have a sample.
Oh,
No, we already have a sample of it.
We do want a sample of it?
We were busy
Oh.
last
No.
night.
Okay, so we're done.
No,
Zoom out.
let's just, Jan, do you just want a nice photo of this?
Oh.
Yeah.
And then we're good?
Zoom in
Lasers
again.
on
Al.
and lasers off?
Al, come back
Yeah,
in.
when I saw it off in the distance, I wanted to make certain that it wasn't an antipathies.
Okay.
Lasers off.
Small one.
All right. Great.
All All right, good capture.
Is it good? I gotta get going.
Thank you. Yep.
Okay.
Zoom out.
And then
Okay.
do we want to do a transect here?
Yeah, let's start a trans.
How long we can do? We've got another 360 meters to go to 1E.
So the transects are 120 meters, right, Jan? In length? I'm not hearing Jan. So if she gave it us a go ahead here. So
Oh,
let's,
yes, sorry, I had my microphone off. I was drinking coffee.
Oh.
Okay, yes, 120 meters. We could
Okay.
start.
And starting here?
Yeah.
All right.
It's either mixed or soft. So we'll put it in mixed for right now.
Okay.
Okay, copy that. 120 meter transect towards 1E. So same heading 130.
This is transect 7 for everyone, just in case you, yeah.
Thanks.
Got it.
Quite a diversity of animals in just this little view here while we set up. All right. Guy is concurring that this looks like it's going to be mixed. Let's hope it stays that way.
What's our depth?
Depth is currently
1154.
1154.
1154.
Have we officially started the transect?
Oh, that's correct. We are 10 meters in.
Okay. Janice, is this the speed you want, or do you want to go faster?
What speed are we going?
Well, the ship hasn't really
We should go
got all the
a
way up
quarter
to
to half a
speed,
knot.
right?
Okay.
You'd like to go up to half a knot?
Yeah, a quarter to half a knot. Somewhere in there. You know, in rough terrain, slower. In the soft, flat terrain, without a lot of diversity, a little bit faster.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like we're going up a little bit. The ship hasn't quite got up to speed. We're currently at 0.03 knots.
Okay.
When we get moving.
It's a good speed.
Okay, copy that.
And then Jan, Guy said going across these light and dark bands, heading for 1E will be a good ground truth for the backscatter.
Oh, excellent.
So right now we
So
appear to
guys,
be
should
over
we-
kind of some of the lighter. We're heading into a little bit of a lighter intensity on the backscatter, brighter. So we'll see.
Yeah, Guy, how far do you want us to go?
How's the comp pole? It's still steady at 3.5? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Roger.
All the way to 1E.
Okay. So once we get our timed transect in or quantitative transect in, we can go a little bit faster.
Copy that.
Can we come down any on the altitude? We're about 2.5 meters.
I was trying to be lazy and put it in auto altitude.
Yeah, you see how dark the upper half of the view is? So we really should have something a bit lower.
Caitlin says
Yep,
thank you
there.
for bringing the
yeah.
ROV down a little bit.
What is going on there? That doesn't look good.
You in a hold position?
Yeah. That doesn't look good at all.
Bridge nav.
What's wrong?
Hold position. We've got a potential wrap in the tether between Hercules and Argus. So we're gonna check that out.
Okay. Okay.
Can you try and look down on it?
Come down.
Look down with the camera.
Yeah.
So Jan, can we just consider this a pause in the transect, or will we need to restart?
That's a wrap. I don't know why we got a wrap. What do we have? Oh, Dan lost topside. That's not helping me driving back. Can you try and keep it in the picture? Just
Yeah.
whatever you need to do.
So pausing transect briefly.
I think it's right underneath us now.
I'm going to drive ahead again. See if we can get it back in the picture. That is a wrap.
Yep.
Okay, we want to spin that out. I'm saying?
Yeah, so
So you want to do looks like a counterclockwise to me?
yeah,
Right.
so this negative.
You concur?
Yeah, I think
You
so.
see the way it's going over? If you would go around this way, it would take it out. So do one wrap counterclockwise.
So full 360.
Do a full 360 counterclockwise.
Copy.
shore side, I'm thinking maybe we might want to abort this transect and just start a new one when we get back down to the seafloor. Let me know your thoughts on that, or we can just resume the transect 7.
Yeah, we have plenty of distance between here and the waypoint, and we'll probably do another transect if we have more than 200 meters. How far are we from our target, our waypoint?
We're currently 318 meters from our waypoint E1.
Can't hear
1E.
you, Sam. Are you talking on SPL?
I am.
Huh.
Can you try and get that in view?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Was
I
that
can
it,
hear you
that
at all.
section?
Is what?
That was it, that section where it's kind of...
I don't know.
Oh.
Just look up and down on it. Try and look at the whole thing. I think that is where it was, and
Yeah,
it looks
'cause
much better.
you can see the daisy
but
chain is still wacky.
Yeah. Can you point down at all anymore?
Yeah, I can come down a good bit.
Yeah, you still
Can you
got
hear me now,
more.
Steve?
Yeah,
It's
that's
weird.
where it was.
Yeah.
Because it was between...
Okay, so that's
Ball.
clearly that was a wrap in it. So that probably happened when they lost topside. You know? So, okay, so that looks okay now. So what we want to do, let's think about this.
Someone say something now?
I think they're thinking.
Nothing. No?
So I'll go to what's happening with this audio.
We're doing some troubleshooting, but we can.
No, I don't want to go anywhere.
Okay,
We're
yeah.
still squaring things away here.
Okay.
So no,
We're not
no
going anywhere.
moving. Okay, I'm gonna back up a little bit,
Come check.
and
Alright.
then I'm gonna take my wrap out, and then we'll zero yours, and that should put us back in the happy zone.
Okay.
I'm on side 2 now. You can hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Sound
Yeah.
really
I can
clear.
hear you all.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn 180.
Folks on the shore, we're still just trying to troubleshoot this tether situation.
I can come up a little bit,
Understood.
so there's a little bit less slack for it to wrap.
Hey, how come my wrap counter's not working? Oh, that's your wrap counter. That's why.
So Sam, before we start again, once they get this settled, if you could let us know how long we were, how far we went before we had to pause, and then how far we
come around
are
this way.
from where we paused, if you could tell.
Sure.
Okay. So U0 wraps. 0 U wraps.
On the tether apps, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, oh, we U0 tether wraps. You want to U0 6-8 wraps?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's pretty good. Okay, so let's take a gander at it, make sure we're right here.
Okay. Get it in view.
Sure, we had covered 3.5 meters and we had 8.5 meters to go for that transect. 120 meter transect.
And I'll come back around here and drive out so we get that back in view.
Yeah. Is that where there's tape on it? I see some dark on the
Oh, it's
yellow.
over that's where the weight is.
Oh, got
So
it.
that's what happened. It's like it, so it got a wrap in it, and it collected where the lump of lead was, because that's sort of like the hang-up point.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah. So hopefully, if we're all squared away, I can drive out to the end of the tether, and it should kind of straighten up the recovery line a little bit, I hope. You want to pan up and down and look at it?
Yeah.
Do your thing?
So this is about as far down as we can look. That's up.
Okay, I'm going to drive out.
Okay, I'll go back down so it comes into view.
You can go all the way, go to the stops and the...
Oh, it's got a hard stop at the bottom,
I mean, you can go that far. We just wanted to look at the...
yeah. Yeah,
And then we can zoom in with Argus too. Al, you want to zoom in on, try and center that up. And you can zoom in with Argus. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really look like a wrap now, but it got tweaked, and now the recovery line's hung up on the weight,
Yeah.
bridging the gap.
Yeah.
But it most certainly was a wrap. Okay, zoom out on that, and then so I'm gonna back up towards you a bit, get some slack, and see if that wants to do a loop,
Yeah.
So keep that all in view. That looks much better, right?
Yeah.
Does to me.
Let me go down a little bit.
Want a DVL reset, Bob?
What's that?
DVL reset, okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm moving a lot around a lot though.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Yeah, it looks a bit better.
It looks good to me now. Yeah, you want to come up a little bit?
Yeah.
Get the rest of that in view.
I'm getting off headset again to go troubleshoot the data key panel.
All that stuff looks good.
That looks okay to me. So, all right. I'm happy once again.
Excellent.
We're looking good?
Okay, science. Would we like to continue with this transect? We have another 85 meters to go. We've already completed 35 meters.
Where are we right now relative to where we paused? Are we pretty much in the same location?
I actually marked the pause. It's kind of where this cluster of Park and Argus icons are over the ship. And
Okay.
the beginning of the transect is where almost where the bow of the ship is on HIPAC.
Okay. I think we should continue, yeah.
Copy that. Bridge nav. .20 meters, 130.
Looks a little.
Yeah.
We believe that? What do we think? What are we thinking?
Between the two floats,
Yeah.
a little bit quirky.
Why don't you come down and see if this starts to twist over. Try and keep it in view there.
Yeah.
So, Sam, Jan's asking how far are we from where we left off the transect? Is there any way to know exactly?
That's a great question. Let me see if I can.
We're pretty much where we were.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Okay. Okay.
I can zoom in here on HIPAC. You can see our track lines here. We're almost entirely on that
Okay.
same spot. Yeah, this pause
Great.
here is where I initially logged our pause, but we haven't moved too much off that spot.
Okay. Great.
We came
And
down 5 meters or so.
I'll mark where this is starting.
So it'll be great to just restart.
I think it's okay.
We don't have to go all the way to the beginning.
Tweaks to it,
we'll just
but
add on.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. But
Yeah.
Do we want to have a new
So
transect
Okay.
number and restart 120
No.
meters? No.
No,
Okay.
we'll just put a pause, a note that we paused, and we're gonna finish out this transect.
Copy
No
that.
need to restart it
Okay, great.
because we're not that far from where we paused. Yeah.
Okay, and I'll mark here where this is restarting, so we have that data.
That would be great.
Jan, did you say you wanted to add just a little bit extra?
Yeah,
no?
it at the beginning it was mixed, and now it's really flat. So let's see what we got once we get to about 120.
Okay.
A total of 120.
You want to go
Meters.
back to the original heading?
yeah.
It was
Yes,
140?
130.
130. Okay, I am zipping up there to get into the groove. So this was a little replay, right? Right here? Like we kind of,
Okay.
no, I'm saying,
Yeah.
like track-wise, we're going back over where we were a little bit.
Perfect.
All right, so after a little pause for making sure that the ROV tethers are in good condition, we're going to be restarting this quantitative transect. And the purpose of these, to be able to quantify the types of fish and invertebrates that we're seeing along this section of Pioneer Canyon. We're right in the middle of our first dive on the Central California expedition in the northern branch of Pioneer Canyon.
I think might be worthwhile to make a note too that it looks mostly soft here now when we started in mixed.
Okay.
I don't know if that still qualifies us to
Yeah.
mixed, but
Well, maybe we'll get back into something more mixed before we're done. But
So I'll still aim
Sam,
for around
how
15 on
much
the
was it?
delta. Or should I come up a little
Yeah.
bit?
No, I think it's okay.
We have 780 meters, or I'm sorry, 78 meters.
Better to not stretch it out. Like,
Okay.
just let it breathe.
And
Got it.
so we had, before we paused, how long did we have?
We had gone 35 meters.
Okay.
Are there ever situations where you do kind of pull it tight to try to fix things?
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of asking for it when you do that, but yeah.
Yeah.
And Caitlin is saying that it's no problem to make the transit into 2 segments using the time breaks. So we're good. Caitlin, we started out in a pretty heavily mixed substrate,
You
and now
wanna
we're
look
pretty
down again?
soft.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I am looking almost all the way down, but I'm going to change my heading too to try to get that section in the view.
So I'm thinking, Caitlin, I'm thinking the majority of this is going to be a soft substrate.
I'm noticing the backscatter is not as bright in this part of the transect as from where we started.
Come
so
ahead a little bit and maybe pull it in the
interesting
view.
to see
Yeah,
what we
almost
find
there.
when we move a little further along this heading and we get back into another brighter pixel on the backscatter map.
So far, so good, huh?
Yeah, but where's that weight?
Yeah, that's the weight
That's
right
it?
there. Yeah,
Okay.
it looks
That
pretty
looks-
peachy now.
Yeah.
Great. That is good.
All right. I'll get you back in view. Set my
Let's get
heading
the
back.
lens. You want to zoom in on that? On that weight?
Shouldn't zoom
No.
while we're on
Nah, I
transect.
think it's all right.
Yeah, we're on
Okay.
transect. Keep moving.
What was it?
I think we're okay there, Al.
All right. Thank you, Bob.
130, right, Sam?
130.
130.
Yeah, and that zoom was for Argus. It was going to be an Argus zoom on the tether.
Yeah, it all looks okay now.
Yeah.
It's a happy tether.
Caitlin is commenting on how fun the C-pins are.
And our wrap counters are all good too. So all that's a good thing.
So what happened, you think? Dan lost power, and then
No,
they
the
lost...
topside crash. So
Oh.
when you get a topside crash, you lose your heading reference, right?
Yeah.
And like if there is a thrust command at all, then it starts going with that. So you could spin around. So it's in fact, so planning ahead. If we do lose topside, try and look at what Herc does. Like if it starts spinning and count the number of turns, or like approximate how many, like where it was pointed when it dropped, and
Yeah.
like how far around it came.
Yeah.
Hopefully we don't get any topside crashes, but
What is a topside crash? Like the
this
GUI?
program goes
Yeah.
away. It just crashes the desktop, and then
Yeah.
this all just freezes. Right? You lose your thrust commands,
Yeah.
and in fact, the last command that went down the pipe to the vehicle stays in there.
Got it.
So like when you're in auto heading, and if it was thrusting, to turn the headed, then it just keeps going
Yeah.
until you get topside back up. So so now they have a program to auto start topside, but when it comes back up, the thrusters still aren't enabled. So you still gotta like frantically go to the thruster page and turn them on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the shore side, the ship is moving, waiting on ship to move a little bit.
So Bob, that auger into the bottom, was that a result of losing topside?
The what?
The auger into the bottom, when you told me the vehicle spun and kind of screwed itself into the bottom.
Yeah, that was from loss at topside. Yeah. We don't know why that's suddenly starting to happen. Like nothing changed. So.
Things look pretty steady now, so I'm going to do numbers.
Okay.
Jan, so this is going to be our third transect, soft, whether it ends up being soft or mixed. And how many total do you want, ideally, per habitat type?
Ideally, 5. We could go with 3,
Okay.
but I think we have plenty of time to get 5 of each. Ooh, it looks like a nudibranch
Great.
right there.
A what?
A nudibranch. Just going out of at least my field of view.
With the slight delay, it's hard to know, right? Exactly when it goes out of the field of view.
It is hard to know, and I think my view is about it's not capturing the sides, because I could hear you talk about things that are kind of going off to the side, and it has already gone off to the side in my view.
Hmm.
It's just the perspective in this monitor.
So we have an altitude of 0.8 on this transect. That's our distance off of the seafloor. And so Gian, once we capture these transects, what are the next steps? What happens next with them?
Then I turn it over to an analyst, somebody like Caitlin Grave, Tom Ladig, Diana Waters. They analyze the video to basically characterize. They use a standard methodology, pretty well known within National Marine Fisheries Service. That information is then provided from the sanctuaries to National Marine Fisheries Service, as well as Deep Sea Coral Research and Technology Program. And then we look at habitat quality, habitat sensitivity to different impacts. And we try and define areas that are in need of additional protection and areas that can be sustainably fished. Now, when I say we, I think of NOAA, the National Marine Sanctuary, really regulate fisheries. But we do regulate is habitat quality. And so disturbance to the seafloor, oil pollution, pollutants in general, oils, oil spills, even discharge of fresh water where it's not supposed to be, or sand or mud where it's not supposed to be. Changing the bottom habitat from mud to, say, an artificial structure like a container or something like that is not necessarily something that we always want to do, because as you can see, a mud, soft, flat habitat does have life. It does have value, ecological value. So the sanctuary program tries to maintain habitat quality.
Well, and as we can see, habitat is so important for creating a place for all these different animals to live, right?
Yeah. And the corals themselves act as a place for other invertebrates and fish to live. I mean, we've seen a lot of sponges and corals with a lot of other invertebrates and fish, even the really small fish. And we've seen in several different places the thorny head rockfish. They were all kind of congregating right next to their own little sea pen and separating themselves. So these vertical structures are really important in this kind of like flat, kind of muddy, evenly bottom. It's just anything that's vertical in the habitat, so that you can see a lot of the sea stars trying to climb up as high as possible on the sea pens, and sometimes knocking them over just to get up high in the water column. So when you live near a rocky reef, you want to be on the side or on the top of the rocky reef. You want to be on the kind of like the downward current, so that you can get all of this marine snow and feed upon whatever's in the marine snow.
We have just under 1.5 meters before the end of this transect. Do we want to end the transect and continue on to 1E?
Yes.
Jan, did you want to add any extra length, or?
And what's the total length?
Total length is 120 meters.
Okay, yeah, let's go another 10 to 20.
Copy that.
Just because we had a lot of that